Well, welcome to Idaho-today. For a few days every year, Treefort takes over the city of Boise with music and fun. There's so much happening, and it kind of can be hard to decide what to do, which artists to see, how do we want to do this? But we are joined today by the co-founder of Treefort, Lori Shandro. You're here to tell us more. How are you? Tell us all about Treefort.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Yes.
And I think I'm good. I think we all got a little bit of sleep last night, but there hasn't been much going around. We're pretty excited, and it's really been a lot of good work.
A lot of prep, a lot of busyness.
Yeah.
You said you got a little bit of sleep last night?
I think we all got a little bit last night, but it's just been nonstop. So.
Yeah, it's a lot to gear up for. It's a big deal. So tomorrow, everything kicks off for Treefort. What is Treefort for maybe viewers who've never been, never heard of it? How would you describe Treefort?
I would say that's a good question. I feel like it's really overwhelming for people trying to approach it for the first time because so much happens and there's so many layers, but it's approachable from lots of different directions. If you just want to come down to the main stage, that's a pretty easy thing to do and dip your toe into the music and some of the art and some of the Kid Fort, some of the other things that we have. But it is a venue festival also that we take over most of the venues in downtown Boise, so it stretches from east to west all through downtown and starts Wednesday and then goes clear through Sunday into the wee hours of Monday morning. It was built around live independent music, trying to wanting to get more of those touring independent bands to come through Boise and expose our artists to them and them to us, and so that's really was the bedrock of it. But lots of other areas of culture and interest have been built into it, so it's really something for everybody.
Yeah, and it's a fun time. I mean, you can see some of the, we were playing some footage there of some past performances at Treefort, which is a lot of fun, and it's definitely a party. Like, you want to go and enjoy and kind of have that camaraderie of just enjoying really good music and really fun events. So what can we expect from Treefort this year?
I would say more of the same, which is lots and lots of live independent music. So from local bands, we have some amazing local bands here, and we always put them on a stage with regional and national touring acts, but also you can expect things for people of all ages and interests. So you can bring your kids down all the way up to being up till 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning listening to music in a small venue.
Yeah.
So there's, like I said, where the landscape of Boise has changed, so has Treefort. We used to be able to take over a big parking lot on the west end of downtown, but I'm sure anyone who's driven through Boise realizes that those are becoming a thing of the past. So this year we've taken over Julia Davis Park, kind of flipped the map and put the gravity of the main stage on the other end of town.
Fun.
But also really activating some of the spaces on the west end of town as well, so that really you can do music, art, story, film, all of those things within that 5 to 8 block radius for 5 days straight.
And it's fun because you can hear, like you said, music from local bands and musicians, other bands and musicians, and you can really enjoy all different variety of music. Kids, family, everybody can be involved. I remember a few years ago, Lizzo performed at Treefort, and now look at Lizzo now, right? So that's pretty exciting that we kind of can remember that moment, and now she's everywhere. So it's really fun to be involved in Treefort, to kind of have that fun atmosphere in Boise where everybody can just go and enjoy some music. But I did hear a little bit something different this year about Treefort. Can you tell us about that?
We've taken our main stage and Ale Fort, which is really highlighting a lot of craft breweries, and Kid Fort, our Radio Boise stage, and moved all of that from the west end of downtown into Julia Davis Park. And so that is, it's basically, it feels like a festival in a park, where before it was a bit more urban.
Yeah.
But we still have all of the venues that we've activated in different spaces throughout downtown as well. But that is a difference. Another difference is that on Sunday, we had our first performance in the Treefort Music Hall, which is in Bodo, right on Capitol and Broad. So that'll be a new venue for us and for everybody else. And so that's another difference this year.
Cool. Well, a lot of fun for the whole family. Where can more people go for more information about Treefort?
You can go to our website, which is treefortmusicfest.com.
Okay.
You can download, the app is actually, I think we have a really great app that is a great way to both share your schedule with friends, make your schedule, look at all the different forts and the different kinds of things you can be involved with, look at the time and the map. So the app is a really great resource.
Great. Well, we're all looking forward to it. Thank you so much for joining us, Lori. We appreciate you. We'll see you out at Treefort and more Idaho Today right after the break.